Alison. Thank you for joining me for your December 2015 forecast for the month. I'm happy to be here and thanks for subscribing to my channel. I wanted to just start the forecast right off with a Venus transit on the 4th of December. She enters Scorpio, so this is the sign that represents your fourth house. So when Venus enters the fourth house of home, it's a smoothing over, a beautification of this fourth house energy of your environment, of your foundation. I'm hearing things already for Leos, and I was just trying to listen first, and instead of continuing right away with the forecast. I'm getting that there's a balance that needs to be made inside of your home, and it's about the people coming in and out of it. This might apply obviously to specific Leos out there. I'm hearing the name Michael, and I don't know if this is applying to Michael or regarding the person coming into Leo's home, but I'm actually hearing Michael doesn't need to stay there any longer. So, okay, let's see let's see how the rest of the forecast goes. On the 9th of December, Mercury is transiting into Capricorn, and Mercury is the planet of communication and information and study and intellect, entering the 6th house of regimen and work and daily routine and health. So once Mercury enters Capricorn, he ignites Jupiter, who's stationed in Virgo, and this forms a trine, harmonious energy between the 2nd house of finances and money, where you hold Jupiter right now, Leo. Very positive energy. And the 6th house of work. So you're receiving more for what you are doing. The 2nd house is self-value and self-worth. What you are due, what you are supposed to be earning could come through. And for those of you applying for jobs at this time, you have a lot of luck with interviewing, expressing yourself, public speaking, speaking to the authority for work, and getting great resumes out there with the trine in the 2nd and 6th house. And Jupiter being luck itself, you could really see something powerful and abundant manifest at that time and throughout the December energy. On the 11th, we have our new moon at 19 degrees of Sagittarius in your 5th house of children and creative energy and entrepreneurial energy, and the 5th house of true love and romance. The new moon is perfect to set your intentions in the sister and brother fire sign of Sagittarius. This energy trines wherever you hold Libra, the new moon. And there's a fun, loving energy because the new moon in the 5th house is the house that you naturally govern on the astrological wheel. So it's fun, it's pleasure, it's leisure, it's gambling, it's sports, it's all things relaxing, and it's your children for those of you who have them and your relationship with them. And for those of you who don't have children and you want some, great new moon to be trying because it's the new moon of pregnancy and fertility as well. On the 21st of December, the Sun enters Capricorn in this 6th house, where he'll be conjunct Mercury, trining Jupiter in Virgo. Again, 2nd and 6th house energy with the Sun there. So this is very powerful. The Sun is our power. Without our life force, we don't exist. So the Sun conjunct Mercury between the 2nd and the 6th gives me confidence to say that something is picking up in your work and in the schedule of the routine of your day and what you are getting paid in order to do this. You are due your recognition. You're due something here. On the 25th, happy Christmas for those of you who celebrate Christmas. The 25th, we have our full moon at 3 degrees of Cancer. What a nurturing full moon to have around the holidays. In your 12th house of rest, Cancer, or Leo, I'm sorry. This is such a beautiful energy because who wants to work on the 25th if you celebrate Christmas? This is the house of peace, the house of spirituality, of rest, of the undoing, of releasing bad habits. And, you know, the full moon brings the culmination and awareness to this sector. So there's an ending and perfect, okay? For those of you who consider New Year's Day your New Year's Eve, or where you make resolutions, I personally consider that my birthday, my solar return. So New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I don't really even celebrate that. But for those of you who do, because I know a lot of people in the world do, what a beautiful full moon bringing full closure in the 12th house for you. And normally, and I don't want to get too tricky, but normally our full moons in December are in Gemini because they are the polar opposite of Sagittarius if they fall in the top half of December. But having this new moon in the later end of December makes the full moon into sign of Cancer, which is opposite the Capricorn energy. So it's not all the time in December that you receive your full moon of closure and endings in the 12th house of endings around the astrological wheel before the first house starts. So just getting a little nerdy, a little tricky on you, but I love this for the Leo rising energy because you can just bid adieu to the addictions that no longer serve you, the restful energy that you need to have can be had then. And also on that day, Uranus goes direct on the 25th at 16 degrees of Aries in that brother-sister fire sign. This is amazing for electric insight about travel and foreign locations. Uranus is naturally upheaval and sudden, abrupt, spontaneous energy. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, negative, or positive. It's just there. And with him direct in the ninth, it can bring on that sudden travel again that might be necessary. For some of you Leos, your adventure needs to take flight around that time. And Uranus will be continuing to be direct for a long period of time. So that just ignites that energy. On the 30th of December, Venus transits again, 26 days later, into Sagittarius, more fire sign energy. So we love this. It's trining your ascendant or your sun. And Venus is the smoothing over and beautification of the relationship with your children in the 5th house. Now listen to this. For those of you trying to conceive, and you're obviously able, and you're female, and you are of that age, and you are fertile, on the 11th of December is our new moon in the 5th house. That's when the seed can be planted. And when Venus enters on the 30th into Sagittarius in the 5th house, that's when you can find out that you're pregnant with a baby girl. Because Venus is, and I get super specific in my readings as well. So, I mean, obviously this can't apply to all of you, but I am channeling for some very specific Leos regarding this. And Venus entering Sagittarius at the very last day could be the beautification of the baby girl, the seed, what's coming through. Let me get to the cards. I wanted to get to them a little earlier in the December forecasts. And see what happens and see what is shown for Leos. And this is your mini tarot taster for December. If you'd like a very detailed, lengthy, more than 4-card reading with me and a couple of spreads in my readings, you can book with me at audreyalison.com and I will get back to you and we can set it up via email. Okay, Leo, here is your tarot taster. 3 of Wands. Taking that trip, 9th house energy, where Uranus is now direct, traveling abroad. I don't recommend foreign travel in the first 3 weeks of January because we will be experiencing a Mercury retrograde in the first 3 weeks of the year, which is awesome. But this could be the initiations of travel, planning something, foreign concepts, new wave of reinforcement and replenishment. The King of Swords, an air sign male, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or your own authority, an authority figure, a boss, a lawyer, a police officer, a detective. Let's see what else comes up. Knight of Coins, the protector of your health and wealth. 2nd and 6th house, the trine, your health, 6th house, and your wealth, your 2nd house. Interesting. And that is activated with Mercury and the Sun on the 9th and 21st when they trine in the 6th and 2nd. Last card, Seven of Cups, 12th house, intuition, your full moon there, bringing a complete closure and ending in your house of psychic ability, the house of dreams, the house of rest, peace, and release. Some of you might travel in December, going back home perhaps to the 4th house of home and foundation, or abroad, taking that trip with the boat across the water in the 9th house. Either way, you see how the little eye is on that boat? The third eye? You intuitively know where you're headed, where you should go. If you are your own authority in the 5th house of entrepreneurial energy, you have a lot of success with the 6th and 2nd house trining and the expansion of Jupiter in that sector. Protector and protection of your health and wealth is of the essence right now, Leo. Thank you so much for watching this forecast. Have a beautiful December, and remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.